Hello, everyone. My name is Alice Bull, and I run the membership group at scraphappy.org. I'm so excited that you're joining us for this scrapbook live session. Now, these I do once a month. It's part of our Scrap Happy membership, but we open these ones up for people outside our membership to come and get to know me, see some of what we do. We get to meet some of our members here in the space. What we're going to do today is I'm going to show you what is in the kit that I'm going to be playing with. It is really good. It is one from the ScrapRoom. So you can find out more about their kits at scrap-room.com. And this is a flavors of the month kit. I also get their add-on embellishment kit. So as I'm showing you the products, I'll show you both of what's in here. One new thing that they have recently added, they always have a sketch every month, but they've also added a new cut file, and I'm choked that I forgot to cut out the cut file because it's a new thing, and I'm really sad that I don't have that to use today because that would just be so much fun. But what we're going to do is work with one of these kits. Now, the thing about these is that there's actually 4 mini kits, and that is just like all kinds of magic because I get to try so many different collections. Now, with the Scrap Room, you can sign up for a recurring kit so that you get one every month, or no commitment, order one kit, see what you think. So there's no I like that there's no commitment. You can really just kind of pick and choose and do what suits you. They also have add-on kits. They have double shot kits where you get more products. They have some really great things, and it's run by really great people. So just shout out to the Scrap Room. I pay for my own kits, so I will give you my own thoughts and feelings. However, we will be doing a draw for a free kit, usually around an hour-ish from now. I do that based on who is here, and it's usually close to the time I'm finishing my first page-ish, right? Sometimes I can't wait and we have to do the draw because I love it. So yeah, my shirt. So someone was noticing my shirt. So good. I think it's Marsha. This is my Calvin Ball t-shirt. We just finished our Calvin Ball challenge in the Scrap Happy group last month, last week. Technically we finished. It happens all through the month of March. It's a free challenge that we do, and yeah, it's so much fun and leads to such great creativity. And I had to get this shirt. We made like our new little mascot. Our mascot is called Scrapicado, and so we've got that mascot, and I was just excited to have something that had our Scrapicado on it. Okay, should we take a look what's in the kit and get scrapbooking, because that's the fun stuff. I know Jenny's like clapping with me. I'm like, yes, all the fun. Okay, so I discovered that a screen share will work. So this is how we will do this today. Every day is figuring out what will work. And there we go. So that should be good. You should be able to see everything. If you can't, somebody turn your mic on and say, Alice, we don't see what you see. So what you should see is my desktop now, and you will see the pieces. So first off, when you get your kit, your flavors of the month kit, the very first flavor, it's like a little bonus flavor, is you get a sample of coffee, and they're always like some kind of fun flavor coffee. And I'll tell you, when I opened this package, like I nearly fell over. It was like, it smelled so good. This is the Mexican chocolate, and it smells amazing. Like it smells so good. So I'm like wishing I had made that. Actually, oh my gosh, I left my coffee on the coffee maker downstairs. I forgot to bring it up with me. Okay, well, as you can tell, I'm already excited. It's not like I need more coffee. So one thing that you get when you get your order is you get a sheet that kind of gives you all the information about what's in here. You get your sketch. Now they're showing you the cool cut file that you have access to, tells you about your coffee. It tells you about all the stuff that's in your kit from the different collections. And it will tell you If you get the embellishment kit, you get that too. So everything on one handy sheet with your fun sketch, and they just do a good job. So this here is the extra add-on embellishment kit. Cool. Like somebody can maybe look and let me know, like I should know the prices, but I'm just always worried that they change. I think the flavors kits are like 27, 26, $27, something like that. And then the extra flavors is maybe 12, something like that. So that was extremely accurate, that you can find that for real, get all the actual numbers at scrap-room.com. So here are the flavors, and we'll take a look at the little extras as we go through each of the flavors, and then we'll dive in and do some scrapbooking. So this first one here is from Echo Park, and it's called New Day. Well, let's move all those out of the way too, so we can just see this, all the lovely goodness. So when you get your kits, you get some embellishments, and they often take embellishment packs and break them apart so that you don't necessarily get all of an embellishment pack. So here you can see there are some die cut pieces. There's a strip of enamel dots. Here I've got a sheet of stickers. They're nice. They feel like kind of chipboard stickers. Cute. I've seen a lot of pastel-y rainbows. Like the rainbows are still here for a design thing, but they're not like, they're not as bright right now. And in the fall, we actually had like fall colored rainbows. Did y'all notice that? Anyways, we've got a cute little row of cameras. It's so funny. I haven't used a camera forever, but as a scrapbooker, I'm really drawn to cameras because it's such a big part of what we do. So these are broken up. Everybody's kit will have pieces that are a little bit different, but you know, that's okay. It's usually enough to do what you want to do. So being drawn to cameras, I'm loving this first sheet of paper, and it's got a very simple blue polka dot kind of pattern on the back. We've got this plaid that is gorgeous. So nice. And look how my camera is cooperative and it focuses. I'm using the good one today, guys. We're not going to have like headaches from trying to watch. And look at, ooh, I like the little clouds. They're cool. They've got like little tiny details around the edges of the clouds, just like here and there, which is kind of neat. I haven't seen someone do that before. And then there's this nice striped floral. It's like stripe and a floral because they've got the florals and stripes, which is funny. And then we've got like a nice simple background. They've included 2 sheets of black cardstock. It is Basil, Blackbird. So that looks really nice. That's a really beautiful collection. Perfect for spring, perfect for the start of this new season that we're heading into right now. And then there will be an extra piece in here. So let's see what's in my embellishment kit. If you don't order the embellishment kit, this will be everything. But if you do, then you get a little something extra. And for this pack, it's actually this full sheet of the chipboard accents. So all of this kind of extra fun, which is nice. Yeah. I was so impressed with how they put together such useful kits with so like a limited range, right? Because when I go shopping, I don't know if you guys are like me, but when I go to the grocery store, no, I have no fun there. When I go to the scrapbook store, which I'm lucky, you know, it's a 2-hour drive to get there and 2 hours home again, but I have access to a few different scrapbook stores, and I always buy way too much, right? I buy too many of the same papers because I don't know, I'm stuck in the old 12 by 12 days when are like the double page spreads, when I would make a double page and you know, you need 2 of this one and you need 2 of that one and 2 of the next one. Or you love both sides of the paper so much, you're like, oh, I'm definitely gonna need both of them. Not thinking about how the fact that I'm gonna find other collections that I love too. Okay, so this next one is from Pink Fresh Studio. I really like their paper. To me feels like different than everybody else's paper. Their style is different than everybody else's style. And so I quite enjoy getting some of their stuff. And I don't know if the stores in the city maybe Christine, if you know, have you been into the stores in the city? Have you seen Pink Fresh Studio stuff there? Okay, so they've got a mixture of things. It's not just die cuts in here. So I'll pull some of this out and just show you. There are die cut pieces. There's a strip of enamel dots. But some of these die cut pieces have gold on them, like this moment is all shiny and gold, and this one that says extraordinary is shiny and gold. So there's die cut pieces, the enamel dots, but there's also these textured stickers. They're like a chipboard sticker, and I got this whole little square set, which is super cute with the frames. And yeah, I feel like I have more fun with those frames now that I've used them in different ways. If you guys don't know what to do with frames, go and check out my Instagram. You have to go back just a little bit, but I did a page, I'm pretty sure it's on there. I've been sharing all my layouts from February, and I know I should have shared them sooner, but you know, it gets a little tricky. Lighting is usually the biggest problem for taking pictures. But yeah, I've been sharing, and I've got a great one for using frames that are those little frames. And you're like, it doesn't fit anything. It doesn't fit around my pictures. What do I do with this frame? But I had some great ideas. So yeah, this is super pretty. I love their florals. Actually, yesterday during the Happy at Home, I was doing no line watercolor. And this kind of reminds me of this, you guys. This is making me like think of my no line watercolor from yesterday. Oh my gosh, and look at that floral. How beautiful. Ooh, which side do you use? Ooh, and look at this stripe, a rainbow stripe on diagonal. Is there better paper? Like, that's a legit question. Is there better paper than a rainbow diagonal stripe? Because, you know, no matter what, you could always just frame your page with a diagonal stripe and it looks amazing. Okay, anyways, I'm loving this. This collection is called something, so I should tell you what that is. It's called Happiness Blooms. Make sure that's not just, no, that's the name of that paper. Okay, let me have a look. The Pink Fresh is called Happy Hearts. Okay, Happy Hearts collection. And ooh, look at those circles. It's got circles, but then it has a few little twigs kind of tossed in there. Very pretty, very Easter. Then a beautiful yellow. This almost looks like damask, but I'm going to show you what it has on it instead of just being like damask. It has almost like butterflies and flowers instead of just like that damask kind of pattern that you might expect, which is a really interesting way to make a damask type print. So that's kind of neat. And then, ooh, all the butterflies on the back of that one. So that's pretty papers, you guys. I got 2 sheets of white, kind of slightly textured cardstock. And that's the Pink Fresh one. And I showed you all the little doodads and embellishments that I got here. But let's have a look and see what's in my embellishment kit to go with this. Ooh, textured stickers or layered stickers. So there's a whole pack here of layered stickers. You can see whenever you get the packaging, usually that means that you get the like original packaging. That means you have the whole package of it. So yeah, there's a whole package of these layered stickers. And I'm going to tell you, this isn't necessarily my style. I don't especially love layered stickers. If you love them, that's great, but I'm not a big fan of layered stickers. However, I do like some of the little sayings. Some of these actually have, oh, they're not just layered, they're wood veneer and layered stickers. That's interesting. So if I didn't like the little stickers on them, I could pull those off and just use the wood veneers, right? So just saying. Yeah, I don't especially love it. They've got some cute little cross stitch. So if you're into the cross stitch, that's cute. But you know, if you're not, then it's like, okay. Okay, so next up, ooh, I like the colors in this. This is bright. This is fun. And oh, there's bees. Okay, let's check it out. This is from Simple Stories. It's called Full Bloom. And so the Full Bloom collection. Let's see what's in my little pack here. Ooh, okay, so there's a few things. So there's die cuts. There's a bunch of florals, and then there's a little cut apart card kind of thing. And then there are some of these puffy, they're not puffy, they're foam with like cardboard on top. So chipboard sticker, I don't know, they're not chipboard either because they're foam underneath. I really like them. They're something that Simple Stories does a lot of, and I personally love their thick stickers. They're not thickers, but they're thick stickers, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I've got a piece of some of those. They tend to be an item that I do buy, though, is the full sheets of those, because I do quite enjoy them. I've got some of these cut apart tags, so that's nice. It would have been like a bigger sheet and they would have broken it out. So I've just got some of them, but I love it. I got this cool little diagonal stripe. This paper is very wild and beautiful. Kind of reminds me of some of the clothes from my youth, actually. Oh, and on the back, look at the cute little bees on this. Adorable. Yeah, so beautiful flowers. Oh, and then there's some honeycomb pattern, hexagon honeycomb pattern. Oh, and there's bee hives on there. That's cool. Like, I've never actually seen a beehive that looks like this. So while I look at this and I think, oh, cool, beehive, I've never seen a beehive that looks like this. I don't know, like, are there other things that we have disconnect? I guess cameras nowadays, like nowadays, this is more likely for a kid to say, oh, a camera, give me your camera, than an actual camera, right? Like, and like this,
Alice, that's a bee skeet.
That's
a bee skeet.
Okay.
It's something, it's like woven like a basket. And they used to put them for bees to build their hives in. So it was actually a man-made thing.
Okay.
So that's why it doesn't look like a natural hive.
Well, nowadays, I never see natural hives either. All I see are those like boxes. Usually white or blue, right? Like the boxes with the frames.
Yep. But that's a bee skeet.
There we go. So thanks, April. So you got to learn everything. And yeah, this is nice. So some nice red, some flowers, a couple sheets of some white cardstock. This is pretty. I like it. Is this too wild for you? I'd love to know. So go ahead and tell me in the chat, is that too wild for you? Do you like this paper, or is it like, whoa? Oh, Lindsay had said the yellow floral damask would have made a fab wallpaper, right? Flocked wallpaper. I'm here for it. Let me tell you, I'm here for it. If somebody else would put it up, because oh my gosh, I am not doing that. I am not putting up wallpaper. We did that once and I am burnt out forever. It was in a bedroom that had like little stubby walls and crooked walls, and it was just like, thank goodness my mom helped. Like, it would have been a nightmare if she hadn't helped. But that one time was like, okay, I'm never doing wallpaper again. I'm done. Okay, let's see. This is, oh, there's two stencils. Oh, you guys, I saw a sneak peek. Okay, so this is the full sheet, a 12 by 12 sticker sheet here to go with this collection in my embellishment pack. So look at all the fun goodness that this has. So fun. Okay, well, I'll pop this in here. And then one more, and I just saw, I hadn't actually paid attention, but I just saw, and I've been waiting for this collection. Been waiting. Here we go. It's the Simple Vintage Indigo Garden from Simple Stories. So here we go. We've got some of those textured, like thick stickers again, the ones on foam. So pretty. And ooh, I got one of the frames. So nice. And there's a whole bunch of these little die cut pieces, and there's even a little bit of enamel dots in here. So they've really given us like a lot of variety with this kit to play with. Like you can see there's quite a few little die cut pieces and these navy blue enamel dots, or indigo colored. April says, I just got that indigo set and I love it. Vicky said that the flowers were a little too bright in that last one. She says, I guess I could fussy cut them or use. But yeah, I know, it's like, And Donna said taking down wallpaper is real fun. Not. Yeah, it's like, that's a lifetime commitment, right? You don't take it down. What did people used to do? They layered over it. They just did more and more and more and more layers. Brielle says Simple Stories was her favorite so far when she was looking at the last one, right? I thought that you might like that one actually. Yeah, so this paper is really pretty. And actually, okay, so I can tell you already right now, if I'm using this paper, I'm taking out my craft knife, I'm going around some of these things and I'm tucking my stuff in slightly behind this little flowers so that you kind of get like that dimension, like the flowers will be in front of my pictures. I can already see it. Whether I use that today or not, I don't know, but yeah, so then nice butterflies on the back. But let me be real, I'm gonna use this. This is just too pretty. I'm never gonna like sacrifice that to use those butterflies. So I would need 2 sheets of that to be able to use it. Okay, and then this nice yellow kind of gingham. And then, ooh, that is like a nice bold print flower. Very pretty with lots of little sprigs of flowers and other little pretty ones. That was that one. And ooh, this is pretty. Does anybody know what those flowers are called? Maybe they're called there. No, they just called it Hello Gorgeous. I don't know what they're called, but they're kind of like, they almost look unreal, right? Because they're just so perfect. You know what these flowers are called? Somebody's got to know. Somebody's got to be like a better gardener than me. I know they exist, but they look yeah, I don't think they're begonias. They're something else. They just look fake when you see them in real life. It's like, how is that even a real flower? It looks too perfect. Yeah, cool. And then there's 2 sheets of paper that is cream here because I'm assuming it goes with here. Let me be 100% real. This would not be used in my house. I will not use the cream paper. I will use this collection and I'll put white with it because I'll just like that better. Zinnia. I think that's right. You guys are good. Yeah. So Tina and April came in with zinnia. I'm pretty sure that those flowers are zinnia. Like, I've heard the name. I know the name, but I don't know the name. Yeah. Okay. So this is my absolute favorite paper that I've seen today because that's just so gorgeous. This whole collection. Oh my gosh. I think I could use more of that. But do I really? Do I really? Now that is the question. Donna says my hubby would know if he was here. He's the gardener. So speaking of the gardener, okay, hold on. One more thing. Okay, one more thing. I got the full sheet, guys, in my embellishment pack, all the stickers. So pretty. Yeah, so these are the ones that have the big strips. So you can see there's the big strip, there's the big strip, there's a little strip and another little strip. And then all the little tiny pieces they've sprinkled in so that you're not wasting any space on the sheet for your stickers. Really like that. Very fun. Okay, now here's the deal. What is my picture of the day? Now, I did not plan this because I had peeked at these like a while ago. And I'm just going to show you. My picture that I have for today to Scrapbook is me in my brand new greenhouse. My husband and I have been talking about it. And then my friend said, oh, my mom has a really great one. And it came from this company. And she's had it for like 8 years or something. And it's still in really great shape. And so he built it. It's actually in our garage right now, downstairs in the garage. I'm in the space above the garage. And so it's in our garage, thank goodness, because our wind has been like, I don't know, 1,000,000 miles an hour last night, all day yesterday and all last night. And it was, normally wind doesn't bother me. I'm like, whatever, it's windy, like it's fine. But we have this great big tower next to our house, like a super tower, and it's right next to my bedroom. And honestly, I was afraid all night that I was going to be impaled with a tower. Like I was just, you hear it move, you hear the like little just deflection in the tower, terrified. Well, he asked, like I said, I mentioned it again this morning. I'm like, oh my gosh, that tower, I could barely sleep last night. He said, do you want me to just take it down? And I'm like, I didn't want it up in the first place. So he took it down. But this greenhouse, he built it in his garage. He surprised me with it. He went to the city yesterday and he picked it up and he built it with my son in the garage while I was in my scrapbook room. I just heard him working in the garage. I didn't think anything of it, like nothing, didn't think of it at all. And he built it in the garage. So he's putting finishing touches on it today, but I was pretty excited. I took a plant down because it looks way better with a plant, right? Like if you're in a greenhouse with a plant, like I know it's not done yet, but yeah. So I am wearing a navy shirt. What do you think, guys? Like, should I be using this indigo garden? Like, it just seems like that was like too perfect. I swear I didn't plan it. I'm not that good. I swear I didn't plan it, but I think we're going to use that paper. I really like it. I'm loving the whole embellishment thing. It's got some little bits of pink and yellow, and it just feels great. So as much as I loved all the papers, I actually love all the papers this time. Like, what was the only thing that I really didn't love was those layered stickers, maybe, you know, but even then I'm like, well, I can probably save them. Yeah. Lizzie says, I adore the picture of you. And yes, I think the indigo collection will be perfect. So he bought the greenhouse as a anniversary gift because next weekend is our anniversary on the Sunday. Easter Sunday is actually going to be our anniversary. 25 years. 25. I know it's a biggie. So now I did say this is not happening. I'm not using this color, like that cream. I'm just the no cream. I've decided. And I think that this paper is going to look fabulous with white. Because see, look at it, look at how nice it looks on this white background paper on the stickers, right? That's fair. And like I said, I already know what I'm doing with this. So I think I'm going in the garden with my garden house, my greenhouse. Okay, let's get a okay, I need a mat. I'm like, it's here, but it's like way underneath. And I need the cutter. Got one of those. And I think I'll just leave the white around here for now, but I'll trim it down just a little bit. So when I'm printing with my printer, congratulations, as Deborah, we just celebrated our 22nd last night. Oh, congratulations to you. So yeah, spring is in the air. It's really funny because, you know, as you come up on these big events and numbers and you start thinking about, you know, the time that you spent together. My husband and I actually got engaged on the 2-year anniversary of our engagement. So it was exactly 2 years from the day we got engaged as the day that we ended up getting married. And we eloped. And we were planning a wedding. And so we ended up getting married in April when we eloped. We got we had our party in August when we were supposed to get married because my aunt was coming over from Wales and she already had her ticket booked, and it was like oops, well, we went and got married already. Surprise. My mom, she just said, you're telling your aunt. I'm like, it's gonna be fine, we'll have a party. And then we went on our honeymoon in December of that year. So I look at 1997 as my wedding year, not my, you know, like it really feels like my wedding year because we stretched it out all year, all the fun. Okay, so this is so pretty. Okay, let's go in here and go after this. So I actually almost want to put me right in the middle, which is weird because I never want to put anything in the middle. Because I always go to the side, but then I'll have room for some stuff. So we're going to the side. And actually, I'm thinking some of these little pieces, they're gonna maybe stick too far over my stuff. I'm gonna cut them out now, but I may cut them off, right? We might just like like trim the garden, like prune the bushes, like do a little bit of that. Oh, lost connection for a bit. Yeah, I'm hoping that it stays solid. We do have stuff that's supposed to take care of that for me now. And it looks like things are working, but I tell you, if the internet worked, well, that would just be amazing because, you know, nothing else seems to be working great lately with all my tech stuff. So it's like, why would I expect that to work? Yeah. So yeah, I'm thinking back to those days of many years ago now when we got engaged, when we got married. And then I have to tell you, I'm friends with a lady, and like more like acquaintances than friends. Like we've like met up a few times with other friends. And she recently sent me a picture, and it was just out of the blue. And I have to show you guys. Here, so I just saved it. So she sent me this picture, and it's of cement. So this is what you're looking at. It is cement at a house that she's listing right now. And it says Jonas was here, and it has footprints in the cement, not just handprints. You know how some people put handprints. No, it has footprints, and it has 13 3/4. That is actually the house that my husband grew up in. And that is outside the garage area, and that's in the cement out there. So that is my husband's little handiwork in the cement. And she saw it, she sent it to me, and I just thought, like, how sweet was that of her to send it to me. And so then she says, yeah, actually she said, yeah, it's definitely the house where Jonas grew up. I saw a height chart on the wall in the basement, like where it had the markings of him. And I'm like, if you have a chance to send me a picture of that, I would be so appreciative. Like, how cute would that be to have the little height markings from the wall? And so, yeah, things that you just don't expect to ever come across, or at least I sure didn't. Yeah, it's been really fun to kind of see what, just like, it was just so thoughtful of her to kind of just be laughing at it, but also send it to me so that I could kind of see that. Yeah, thinking about way back then, oh my gosh, we were babies. We were babies. But that's okay, because, you know, here we are years later, still happy. Okay, so is this enough? Have I cut back enough? Okay. See how these are a little bit too long? They're just kind of getting in the way. It's going to be too much. So I'm going to prune these off in a few minutes here. I'm just going to go around this little flower down here too. And it's really important if you're doing craft blade stuff, turn your paper. You know, that's a big part of making craft blades work for you. It's turning your paper. There we go. So, and always put your cap back on. Like, danger, danger. Bonnie says, I tried cutting like that. It's not easy. It's easier when you've had some practice, but always, like, you got to be turning that paper so that you're not trying to turn your arm like awkward. Okay, let's pop this in here. And if I put this here, I can cut this little leaf off so it's not just in the way. And I'm just trim these back a little bit so that they're not too over top. So they're just a little bit too much. But, you know, I can cut them first and see what I think, which is what I did. And then now when I cut them off, it's more of a decision of what I want. But if I just cut them off in the beginning, I might have changed my mind. Yeah. And I'm just gonna trim this one off. And like, honestly, unless you're really, really looking, you're never gonna notice that I've cut those off even. There we go. There we go. I think that will work. So that I'm kind of in with the little garden scape here. I've kept my little plant. I've got most of my greenhouse because that's like the big surprise and the big moment that I want to capture. And we just need a little bit of adhesive so I can stick this down there. Perfect, right? Just had to trim up those plants a little. Gardener's work is never done, right? So I have a question for you guys. Have you heard of these little things called an Aerogarden? Now, I saw there's another brand of them too, but they're basically a little hydroponic counter garden for growing some like herbs or spices kind of things on your counter in your kitchen. And I got myself one of these for Christmas or just after Christmas because I really had wanted one. And it is so amazing how well it grew and like how well it did. I'm quite in shock over the success of the success that I've had with it, growing this little thing on the counter. Let's see, I don't have those pages handy, do I? Have some of them handy. Okay, I know I scrapbooked it. I think early. Yeah, okay, so I scrapbooked this during load and they look like this. So they're this little little hydroponic growing station, and you put your little pods into it that have your plant seeds in it. And then they start to sprout and they start to grow, and it's really exciting. And the little light moves, like you can move the little light up so that it's not too close. And then eventually you can actually harvest your stuff and eat it. And like right now, imagine there's nothing here except for plants because the whole area on my thing is just filled with plants. And actually I pulled out one of the ones that I don't like. There was a parsley in there, like with my little starter kit. And I'm like, I tried it and I'm like, no, I just can't. I just don't like parsley. it's just not good, or at least for me. So I pulled the parsley, I took that one out, and my son had ordered more of the things. So he gave me one that's some kind of lettuce. So that's sprouting up right now and I'm getting to see something else grow. And I've noticed that my mint is starting to die off. So it's not doing particularly well. But ooh, let's see, I don't want to ruin this page, but I also want to use a little bit. I think I need a little bit of color in behind me. Now I could use this and bring that color in behind me. But I think I want the pink. I do, I want the pink. Okay, so I know I put some glue on that, but that's fine. It'll be fine. I'm gonna see the bottom, right? So put this here and trim that. Let's see. Sue says my husband is experimenting with DIY hydroponics now, and we've been eating. Yay! Yeah, it's been like, I was shocked at how well it does because it's getting the light, it's getting the water, the little, could they be peonies? I think that they're zinnias. I think that they're zinnia. Maybe they could be peonies, but I think that they're zinnia. I think that sounded right to me. feel like I'm sacrificing this paper, but I could always cut this out and use those pieces on a different thing, maybe not with this pink background, or I could put something else in the corner. It's all good, right? Why am I trying to save the paper? Heather says, yeah, there's zinnias. She looked them up. Thanks, Heather. Yeah, Lizzie says at school we applied for this grant. We got a plant tower contraption that has a water pump, grow lights, and little growing spots. It's wild. The junior highs are trying to grow lettuce and a couple of other herbs. Yeah, my favorite thing. So I thought I was going to love the Genovese basil the most because that's the one I think I've had the most, but they had a different one that came with my kit and it's Thai basil, like Thai, Thai basil. Oh, it's so good. It is so good. And then Joe, he had ordered one of these things for himself. And then he went and he ordered like one of the big ones that's like big and has like this massive thing. And then he ordered, yeah. So anyways, he went extreme and ordered the big thing, the big honkin' mama. And when he did that, he ordered a bunch of pods and stuff. Well, he gave me one of the lettucey type things to try the other day. He says, here, I've got extra pods of lots of these. Like, why don't you try the different lettuces and see which one you actually like before you just take it home, right? You may as well try it here since I've got them growing. And so he handed me different ones and I tried one. It was super bitter. I'm like, no, I don't want that. And I tried another one and it was good. And then he gave me a piece of one to try. And I'm like, whoa, that's so spicy. And he's like, it shouldn't be spicy, Mom. Like, that's not, it's not a spicy thing. And he's like, I think you're allergic to it. And like, literally my tongue felt like I had burnt it. Like when you have hot soup, like it felt like that until the next morning. I could still feel it. I'm like, okay, so definitely not that. I've never had something like that happen before. I've had itchiness from eating. One year I was eating pineapple and it caused me issues and I was having itchiness when I ate pineapple, but like I just stopped eating pineapple for probably a year and a half and then I could eat pineapple again and it's not a problem. Marcia says my guy's trying to grow strawberries. Oh, yummy, yummy. We do some strawberries out in front of the house in this raised flower bed we put there. And my husband's like, I want to grow strawberries. I'm like, fine, this is your flower bed. You have to weed it. As long as you're weeding it, it's all going to be fine. Okay, so I love all of these things, but I think that with this, that's going to be like too much, right? However, we do have some other lovely embellishments. I've got this pretty frame, but like I said, like I'm probably not going to need that on here because I've got all this other stuff. I'm going to just save these little pieces that I trimmed off. Just never know what those would be good for. I could put this little today down here. It's not going to look like much. I might do a little piece actually. What else do we have in here? Let's see all the good stuff. Because I can use my white pen and do my journaling here. I think that's probably what I'll do with that. So I'm not going to need my frame. And I don't know that I'm going to need to accent with a bunch more flowers, right? Like I won't need to. Sweet life. Okay, I might like use that. You fill my heart. Yeah, okay, I might use that. And actually a little butterfly or something, and I could pull some butterflies off of here. That could be like a nice way to add a couple of little details. Oh, this one says all okay, guys. They made this just for me, and they made sure I had it just for me, right? Always and forever. Like I'm doing this page about him getting me this greenhouse, so that's got to go on there. Okay, so that's good. This is going to come down here. I think what I'm going to do is put like a little piece of this yellow down here. And I don't need it as wide as the whole thing. I think I'll make it just a little bit wider than these letters. Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, okay, so an inch, I guess. Now, do I want to do off the whole thing? I think I'll just do like 6 inches and then Gives me the chance to use some 12-inch stuff if I still need to, rather than cut the whole sheet. Okay. Okay, let's line this up to where this is gonna go. How much of this do I want? Do I want to banner that? Maybe. Okay, this matte is fine. So yeah, it's been kind of interesting just thinking back to the old days. My husband actually grew up just down the road from my mom and dad. We grew up in the country, so I like to tell people that I married the boy next door because, you know, if you're a country neighbor, you're a neighbor, and then that's the boy next door, right? It totally counts. So yeah, that's going to be extra cute like that. And yeah, I'd love to know what you're working on. So once we get through our draw and stuff, we'll open up, and if anybody has something that you're working on that you want to share, then we'll do a little show and tell, you know, back to the good old days with some show and tell and see what everybody else is up to. And then yeah, I'll just keep working on a few of these little embellishments. I do have a video that I took with my husband and myself, and I'm thinking I would like to take one of the stills from that video and maybe tuck that in right here as an extra little embellishment, because it has his face, right? I had him in here, and so I can steal a still photo from the video, and that way he has it in here, and that way when I add this "You Fill My Heart," it's going to really feel like it fits. So yeah, I'm gonna plan to put a little mini photo right there. In fact, I think what I'll do is I'll cut a little placeholder for it. So I'll just make this 2 1/4 by 3 1/4, and then I'll just print my picture 2 by 3, and that should work. So I might have to trim around that area where I'm going to tuck this a little bit more too. But I think that's just a good idea. I'm looking at it and I want to tell the story about him and me with our anniversary. And this is just a picture of me. Like, that doesn't feel like a very us page. So I'm going to change the plan behind that just a little bit. I don't have that picture printed, but it won't take long. I can add that in after. But I'll just cut around these flowers a little bit right here so that I can tuck that in over there. This way I can kind of see like where it's going to go. Kind of like there. And actually, I may even take the video and turn that into a quick little YouTube clip. It's like only like, I don't know, 10 seconds or something, maybe not even. But then I could take the QR, like make a QR code for it really quick and add that onto the page. And then I'll just kind of sneak it on here, right? And I think it would just be fun to actually go and look at that and fit that in there. Okay, so that's the plan. This is going to go there. I'm still going to add my journaling here. I kind of feel like I need a little something up at the top, right? I need a little something. And maybe I'll just take a little piece of this yellow and make a little bit of a banner area up here. Let's see. Lindsay says, I should really remember to X-Acto cut around designs on paper more often. It looks amazing how you've tucked in your photo. Thank you. Yeah, it's one of my favorite things because it really helps to create these layers, and these papers, they always look so pretty, but if you put your photo just over top, you're putting the flowers in the background, and I just think like they look like a front ground thing, right? And so my picture has to be back. So that's how I always think. Kathy says, I'm doing swatches of my inks and my washi. Super boring. So thanks for entertaining me. Well, thank you so much for being here and joining us. So fun. Let's see, I just need a piece of this. I don't know how much I want. Let's a little piece off. Well, this would be good. So there'll be some yellow and a little bit of yellow up here. I almost want to like zigzag cut it or something, or frilly cut it. Hold on, I'll grab a little frilly. Okay. Rather than try to make it into a banner that's going to be like a little awkward, I'm just going to frilly cut it with these little border. That should be good. Little piece there. Do I need it to be that big? No, definitely not. Actually, this is not even looking straight. Look at this. It's cut crooked. That wasn't me, I don't think. Maybe it was. Definitely not me, but maybe it was. Okay, we'll straighten that out. Now that can come up here. Do I want it right in the corner? I think I do. That's interesting. Okay, wasn't expecting that. Yeah, Patty says she's also swatching inks, and April says she's swatching inks. You guys, this is amazing. Today is ink swatch day. You didn't tell me. I didn't know. I didn't know today was ink swatch day. Deborah finished Bragfish. She got in late. She's just starting to scrapbook now and finished some vacation pics from Florida from October of 2021. So nice. Florida. We've been talking about holidaying with some family, maybe Mexico, maybe. We'll see. They have little kids, so I'm concerned. there are little kids involved, and that's oh, I'm gonna cover up all of my little cute little things. No, I don't want to. No, I need a little butterfly here. That's what I'll do. This has to get popped up. Patty says, yeah, Patty's watching inks. April's watching inks. We had Kathy's watching inks, I think. So yeah. And Brielle says, I'm deconstructing kits inspired by Allie Edwards' class last weekend. Fun. So taking the kits apart so that you can kind of make them more into what you need for future projects is what I'm guessing. Interesting. I haven't kept up lately on what Ellie has going on for classes. So I'm all curious. Actually, I think I'll put a little bit underneath the top there too. Yeah. So Brielle explained a little more. She said she's taking all of the bits apart and putting them into categories that may inspire different ideas. Allie's always got good ideas. That's for sure. Okay, and I'm going to take this little butterfly and I'm going to bend it a little bit. I don't know if it'll stay bent because, you know, it's covered in glue, so it probably won't. But that's okay. I'll stick them there. And then this, I want to put near my husband, I think. But I'm not finding it. Ooh, I think I found it. It's gonna sneak in just in down here. Is that too weird with the different shape? The shape is bothering me. That's what it is. Oh, no, it'll go right here. Okay, I like it. And it's good because then I'm bringing a little piece of the pink down here. And then I have those enamel dots. So there's a few of those to kind of sprinkle around. There's only a few, so liberally we'll say, we'll sprinkle them around liberally. I know you can't really see the dark on the dark, but it's there and I know it, so it's great. So it's great. And yeah, I'll have my journaling here. I think it's gonna be good. I kind of don't have a third spot. I've kind of done this. So maybe I'll tuck some of these in around the pictures, or maybe I won't. I guess we'll see once I add some journaling. But for now, I'm thinking this looks good. Like this obviously will get the picture added. I'll add some journaling. I think I need another little doodad here. I have this whole sticker sheet, so I'm sure there's a little doodad, that a little heart that I might add. There's yellow, a gingham, a pink. There's a green one right here. Feels better. And then I want another little part down here. And I think I'll take this blue. I lost the shape of it when I did that. Okay. I think we're gonna call that done-ish. You can see I'm like, yeah, I'm totally done. Okay, but just one more thing. But just one more thing. Okay, so you can see like when I was trying to cluster my things together, I don't know if I like this little thing right here. Actually, I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, I want it differently. I don't know if that's better or worse. Just leave it. That was my first thought. Just leave it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I didn't put this one on. That's okay. I will have to support the page from the back a little bit. I'll just like put a little strip here and like washi tape or something and do that once I've got this all pieced in here. So here is the layout that I have created today. And honestly, like, did I do anything hard? No. I just cut this out and took my photo in and then added a little bit of embellishment there and there. I like simple pages. I really like simple pages. I consider myself bad at embellishing actually. It's just not something that I'm especially good at, but I really love using papers that have a lot of detail. And so I think that because I like the detailed paper, I don't necessarily need to have a ton of extra embellishments, right? I can make what I'm doing work without a ton of stuff. So I think it's great. Sonia says, this looks so good. I'm going to see if I have something similar to try this with. Oh yeah, like all of these papers like this, 90% of the time, if I have a paper like this, I've done something like this with it. And I'm excited because I still have plenty of this. And I think this is going to be a lot of fun. So more fun ahead, but we're not done here today. I'm done with this for now. So I'm going to pop that up here. But we are not done. I'm going to go back to my face for a little bit and we're going to do a draw. If I can find my phone. Oh, there it is. My old desk, right? The whole desk, it's looking scary. But we do have a draw for a free kit. So this free kit. So if you're like, oh my gosh, Alice has all the fun stuff. Well, one of you will get that too. So we're going to pull up a random number generator and then we will do a draw. So really pretty. I have this paper collection, so I'm going to try to do something similar. Oh my gosh. And if you do, and if you share on Instagram, or if you share in our circle community for Scrap Happy, go ahead and tag me. Like just give me like a little @ Alice. Like I think on a community, it's just at Alice maybe, or it might be at Alice Bowl. I don't know. It'll pop up and give you options there. And on Instagram, it's at Alice Bowl. And I would just love to see. I love to see what everybody's up to. Okay, we have 35. One of them is me. So out of 34, gosh, guys, your chances are so good today. So good. So generate number 16. So we got some counting. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Janice Baird. Janice, you are our lucky winner today. So I need you to send me an email. I will get you to send it to, let's see, let me click on you. I'm going to send you, why is it not letting me send you a message? There we go. There we go. I'll pop this right here. You can send it to me, alice@alicebowl.com. And just let me know that you are our April Scrapbook Live winner. So you can put that right in the title. So April Scrapbook Live winner. And then I will send your information over to Rochelle with the ScrapRoom, and she will get you hooked up with stuff. And so hopefully Janice will say something here in the chat. Have I seen her comment yet? I haven't, but hopefully she'll comment and then I'll know that she's heard this and we'll get her hooked up. And let me just start this down, because I don't get everybody's information when we do these. So it's up to you. You got to send me your stuff. Congratulations, Janice. Yeah, so this has been super fun. I'm loving the papers. I'm like kind of itching to play with one of the other kits too, because, you know, it's all the fun stuff. I do have another photo that I wanted to play with in Scrapbook, so I will do another page if you want to continue hanging out with me. But I thought I'd take a couple seconds and show you some of the stuff that we've been doing in the Happy at Home series this month. So this is a free thing that I'm doing on YouTube. I go live every weekday. So not today, but every weekday. Today you get me here. And we are just doing creative, fun techniques, products, whatever kind of comes up. And sometimes it's talking about some of the concepts behind scrapbooking, some of the things that help us make pages that we love. So that's kind of what I'm all about. I want to help people make scrapbook pages that you love and have fun while you're doing it. Like if you're summing it up, that's my goal. So what have we been doing this month? It has been a little bit of everything. So we started off our time with some rainbow stenciling. And so I'm talking not about stenciling a rainbow, but more in stenciling with colors of the rainbow. And I think that's something that I really, really love to do. And so I talked about different ways that you can apply ink with your stencils when you're using a rainbow effect. It's not just like you have to keep everything in that perfect rainbow order, like you want to, because it's lovely, but there's different ways that you can put it. Oh, Janice saw. Okay, perfect. So yeah, so pop me that email so that I have your information. They'll need mailing information, and I think they need your phone number too, Janice. But if you get me your email, I'll send your stuff to Rochelle, and she can always let you know what she needs. Okay, so rainbow stenciling. I did this page during one of the lives, and I was just showing how you can swipe ink on a diagonal rather than straight up and down or straight sideways across. You can swipe your ink on a diagonal. And for this one, I only swiped in one direction. And because I swiped only in one direction, you really get the highs and lows. You get a little bit of that dimension. You get the shadows that happen when you're just swiping the ink. This one here, I swiped ink in different directions. I wasn't directional swiping, but you'll notice that it actually has little curving arches for the colors. So they kind of curve and come over with each of the colors that I've added. And so that kind of gives you a little bit of a radial, like all starting from here and coming out, but it's a radial with a little bit of a curve, which I think is really fun. And so we talked about that. I showed plenty of other examples of applications and stuff. Then we've also played with foil, and I had a lot of fun with foil. I think I'm forgetting, like Monday this past week, we talked about using large photos in our scrapbooking. And so I think of anything as larger than a 4x6 as a large photo, but we talked about some of my favorite sizes, and we talked about how easy it is to scrapbook a page when you've got those giant photos. But then we also talked about how you can still get lots of story even when you're using big photos. Then we played with foiling, and we did some foil, all kinds of fun with foil. We were using the Deco Foil Duo gel, and this gel lets you use it with stencils or by itself, and you can apply this and then put your foil over top and put foil on anything. And so we created some swirly sunbursts with fun foil. How pretty that is. And I did another one with some gold on there. I did the other little piece is missing. I did this one with the clouds, and I used different stripes of the foil, just putting them kind of like almost overlapping a little bit so that there's no gaps in between the foil layers. We tried using the foil because this allows you to use it with a laminator or hot machine, or you can use it through a pressure machine like a Gemini or a Big Shot machine. So we did both to kind of see how the effect was, and they both worked great. This is one that I did with one of the stencils. I made the application of the gel a little thicker on this one, so it was a lot smoother and thicker. And then I used the negative piece of the foil to, after I swiped the stuff all over the background of this black one, to kind of create the negative for it as well. Because I always look at those pieces, I'm like, I don't want to waste this foil. So we had fun with that. I tried swiping the gel really thin, and it gave me almost like a distressed look, even though this has like the beautiful broken glass kind of effect on this one. Through my machine, because that just doesn't work. My machine is not big enough, and I don't have a big laminator. So it's really, really cool how you can do it. And so I used a brayer, and I used pretty much anything I could use to get pressure on it, because it's like, hey, I'm in the moment, let's try this thing. But I had kind of applied the gel in really inconsistent manner here to make it look already distressed, and it's like chicken wire. And then I applied the foil over top, and if I can get this to glimmer and shine, like, it is so pretty. The foil I used looks like an oil slick on a puddle. It's called something like that too. It's something like rainbow puddle, I think. And it just made for a super cool little embellishment for me to, go ahead and make a chicken page. Come on, guys, it's gonna be a chicken page. And then I had done another one with this chevron, and I used this rainbow cracked glass foil again. And oh my gosh, like, is that not beautiful? I gotta clean up a little bit. I haven't done that yet, but I'll do that when I actually fun with foil. So that's been good. And then then we moved on this week, and we played with layered stencils. So we explored a little bit of fun with layered stencils. We also moved into, so I kind of introduced the idea with a little bit of foil. So I did some layered stencils and foil. And then I also, we used some more stencils and we did some watercolor and inking with stencils and all of the things. Pink Fresh Studio has, I'm just looking for the little pieces. I got little pieces behind me, but I had one. Oh, here it is. I have this set. So Pink Fresh Studio has this set and they have layered stencils, they have stamps, and they have a die and washi tape that all coordinates together. And so I think Thursday was the Pink Fresh Studio day where I talked about all of those products and we kind of got to try how well they all worked. It was so fun. It was so fun to kind of see some of this stuff. And then, yeah, and then we did a little bit of watercolor with it yesterday. So I was watercoloring and we tried the no line watercoloring as well. Now I've got all of those pieces cut out. So it's a little harder to show because I'm going to put them all together on a layout on Monday. But here is a little example of the no line watercolor. So basically you end up stamping in this really faint color and then do your watercolors and then you don't see the lines anymore. And it turned out so beautiful. I actually sat down and I did a bunch more so that I would have enough pieces to be able to do my layout on Monday. So it's going to be really fun. It's already been a ton of fun. We kind of compared the black line to the no line, and then we looked at all the stuff, but it's been a ton of fun just seeing where this is all going. We kind of let one idea lead to the next and just kind of have some fun with our scrapbooking and creativity, right? So that's the biggest part. Like if we're having fun, then we're doing it right. And I go through phases where I like to do lots of creative things. And then I go through phases where I'm just about making pages. And so I think that I used to be concerned. I'm like, I'm not actually making any pages right now. I'm just playing. And that's okay. And I used to give myself a hard time for that because I wasn't actually making pages. But now I just have a different way of thinking about it. Like the playing keeps me excited to want to make more pages. And I'll make more pages. I am not stepping back from scrapbooking. It's been 23 years and I still love it. So it's not going anywhere. Okay, so let's dive into another thing. Oh, I should tell you. So if you're interested in joining us for that, for the Happy at Home, we will be back on Monday. It's on my YouTube channel, which is Scrap Happy. So you can just go to youtube.com/scraphappy. And if you're looking for the live, you can even do like really easy, youtube.com/scraphappy/live. And that will take you right to a live thing. Works for any channel, especially if they have the little short code for their channel, like where it says like Scrap Happy or whatever. Not everybody sets that up. So sometimes they don't have the nice links like that. But yeah, if that works for ours. So you can come and find the Scrap Happy ones like that. Okay, let's dive into another project, do a little bit of scrapping, and then we can do a little bit of show and tell and see if anybody else has some stuff that you've been making that you want to share. That's always super fun. Let's put all the little pieces. I just save all the little things when I make my pages. Like I have like this little tiny little piece, but right now it's going in the bag because I might want that little piece for just tucking in a little corner or something. And when I've when I've used up that kit, little stuff like that just ends up disappearing. So I'm not worried about keeping it. Okay, here is the other photo that I have printed that I wanted to talk about. It is sorry, wrong camera. It is my husband with my cousin's little daughter. And she was so obsessed by him and he just loves it. Like just loves it, eats it up. He wants to be the favorite uncle all the time. Like that is his thing. So it was really, really cute. And so I think we need to, I think that needs to be scrapbooks. And got all these lovely paper kits. So I think it's time to play with another one. We have this Simple Stories one that I really liked, Pink Fresh one. I like this one. We're gonna go with the Echo Park this time. Actually, I'm surprised. I don't know. Maybe I should look at this one again. Let me look. Oh, I do like that one a lot. It has the rainbow stripe. Okay, we're going with this one. We're going with the Pink Fresh Studio. It's not like I have a wrong answer. All of them are beautiful, right? They're all beautiful. They all have a lovely embellishment, and they all will work for making pages. So who knows? Maybe I'll get to use one of these sticker / wood veneers. Okay. Oh, Roz, I hate it when the internet's bad. It might have been my internet. I got a notification that mine was going bad. So it is so windy here. Debbie was asking, what is the name of that sticky medium again? This is called Decofoil Transfer Gel Duo. Pretty sure I do already have this linked on my faves page. So you can go to scraphappy.org/faves, FAVES. And that's where I put all of the things that I love. So I talk about the trimmers that I use, the scissors that I love, like all the tools. I kind of have them separated into sections, and I am adding, I don't have it done. I needed to take pictures, but the lighting was bad by the time I thought of it yesterday. I'll take pictures of this In the Meadow stuff because I know that that was like super popular from Pink Fresh, and I'll get that linked and added there too. But it's from Pink Fresh. It's called In the Meadow, and it's beautiful. So now you know. Okay, so we're going to go back to this. We're going to use this picture, and I am going to swap my screens. Yeah, I did for a bit, let it go really bad. And so let's go here. And we're going to open up the chat. Yeah, Sonia said she knew about some of it, but not about the medium. Yeah, like you can use those foils with stuff that you laser print as well. So if you have a laser printer with toner, you can use the foils with that. You don't need to have this gel and stuff like that, but it definitely just gives you some other options. Okay, I have to use this rainbow stripe. It's so nice. So nice. Yeah, and then yeah, internet stuff. Love it. Gotta love it. Oh yeah, and I have this nice yellow. Oh, and it has the butterfly. Oh, now I want to do all the things, you guys. I want to do all the things. Okay, what are we actually going to do? Let's think about this. I know I'm going to use this. I'm going to cut the strip off the bottom. Let's start by cutting off my strip, and we'll go from there. So when I'm having a hard time deciding on something like this, it makes me think that maybe I need to do one where I have a couple of different things going on. So, I like the florals, but I like this butterflies. It's like a cute little girl. I think I'm going to take this and I'm going to diagonal cut it. Now it's kind of a nightmare. I hate diagonal cutting, but we're going to do it anyways, because then I can do a diagonal layout. Okay, my ruler is, I don't think, long enough. I think I usually go and get my sewing ruler for that. Is it over there or over there? Good question. I'll be right back. Okay, for a person that doesn't stitch, yes, I have a sewing ruler. I made a quilt. I bought all the stuff because I made a quilt. You could follow the outline of the butterflies without a straight line. Oh, I could, but I'd probably mess that up. I think I'm a little scared of that. So we'll just cut it. It'll be fine. But if you don't have a sewing ruler, you can find something else that has a nice straight edge to kind of draw a line across. It is a pain because you need quite a bit. Let me look. What is corner to corner? Like some kind of math equation. It's nearly 17 inches. Like it's 17 inches from corner to corner. So you need something 17 inches long. if you want to draw the line, you could fold it in half, corner to corner. You could fold it and crease it and then cut along that line. But I'm going to draw a line. So. Oh, and I have this little gem that I just found downstairs in my kitchen. It was off of something, who knows what. But I'm going to show you because it's like so perfect. So it's something that somebody made at some point. Camera, sorry. There you go. Somebody obviously made this. It's covered in glitter. I have no idea where or what it came from, but it's adorable. And I think this would be really cute on this page. So we're going to use a found item. Here I am like hoping this is already cut for me. Yeah, so we'll go corner to corner. Now, one of the great things is going corner to corner with this is that I can flip the other side over, maybe use it if it works for me here. Okay. Now, lots of times you can flip this and use it, but it's going to turn sideways, and I'm not going to be very happy about using that sideways. Let's be real. Could I have my butterflies more sideways to keep them straight? I don't know if I'd like that either. So I think we're going to just cut. This one has a line right across it, so I can cut there. And we're probably going to just use the, no, I want it to go the other way. Okay, so I'll have to draw the line on that one too. So we're going to have the stripes and we're going to have the butterflies. So it will look like this. I don't have to cut it, I guess. But then if I don't cut it, then I don't have that extra piece. And that's a sacrifice. That I'd be giving up that extra piece. See, that'll look cute, right? Okay, so we're going to draw the line and cut that one too. Once you have one, you can use one as a guide for the opposite one. Okay. And then I'll just mount them onto this cardstock. Actually, what I should use is mount them onto that cream cardstock that I'm never going to scrapbook because you know it's cream. I'll mount them on the cream cardstock so we don't have to see that one again. You watch, in a couple of years I'll be all in love with cream again, and it'll be like, oh, it's all good, we love each other again. But not now. But not now. Yeah, it's so funny. The times really do change with the styles and all of the supplies. And just when you think, oh my gosh, I'm never going to do that again, something comes back and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to use this. You're like, who am I? What have I done? So funny. Now, if this doesn't line up perfectly, I could always take a piece of washi tape and go corner to corner with it or something like that. But I have great hopes that it's going to line up totally perfect and just be awesome. Oh, I think I did okay. I think I did okay. Okay, so that is going to be my background for this. And like, so cute. Oh my gosh. Cute. I'll start laying this down. It's just like the styles of clothes, right? Yes. Oh, see, and now that I cut this, I can make another diagonal page so easy with the leftovers. Oh, I'm so excited. This is just going to turn into a couple pages, and I'll just take them like whether I get that done like while we're live here today, but I will just sit down and I'll put those pieces together as a background right now, just so that they are ready to go, and then I can just grab them. Like it would be cute if I had done along the edge of the butterflies and they would have like overlapped. That would have been adorable. So Daniela, that was a very good idea. Oh my gosh, it is so windy again today. Wow. We're having a Chinook, Lindsay. My snow is disappearing like crazy from my yard. Actually, I don't even hate this color, guys. This is actually almost the exact color of my walls downstairs. In the main part of my house, the color that I obsessed over getting just right is really close to this. It is like the perfect butter creamy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's lovely. I will tell you though, we built the house 11 years ago. It took a while. Where's the okay, I've got a little bit of pencil marks here, so I'm just going to take my eraser and take those off. And now, oh, look at the gorgeousness waiting to happen. So fun, so pretty. I love it. Okay. And I've got this, and I've got this, and now I'm going to take all of these pieces. You'll notice that I kept this one because I do kind of really like that design. So we'll see what makes it on here. A little charm. Oh, I kind of need like a little piece of ribbon or something for here. Just like the styles of clothes. Yeah, I've been going through things in my house and destashing. My closet has been destashed, but I'm ready to actually do round 2 because I think the first time that we go through our stuff, you know, it's like, oh, I love this and I love this and I can't get rid of that and I can't get rid of that. But the second time that you go through it, it's like, why am I still held on to this? So I'm feeling that I need to do it more than once. I'm going to try to use this. Oh, it says extraordinary moments. How cute is that? Okay, yeah, that's going on here. I've got a little word that says cute. There's a little thing here that I ended up with that says hello, kind of in the cross stitch. There's a little picture. That's fun. There's a little tag, some leaves and stuff, and little adorable girly shoe, like little cute little runners, like kids or something. Ooh, and I've got these little frames. Okay, so I'm not going to use the cool, and I'm not going to use this floral piece and this and this. This says less worrying, more hoping. I don't know that I would ever use that. Actually, it just sounds weird. It's like too cheesy. So I'll put those ones in a pile. These are potential use items, and I definitely want to find a little ribbon or string for across here. Oh, well, this is cute with the shoes. It says you're my perfect pair. So fun. Celebrate you. Yeah, these are okay. Let's open them up. Let's open them up and give these guys a chance to see if I can like them. I think my best way of liking them would be to take them apart. Like that's what I'm thinking. Maybe I just need a little bauble. Maybe I just need to put it on and give it a chance. I'll try one. I'll challenge myself to actually put one of these as is on the page. There we go. Yeah. Donna says, here in my town, I donate my old craft and clothes to the schools. They are 99% poverty. Oh my gosh. I contacted the Boys and Girls Club, that is our local Boys and Girls Club, and they said they were willing to take my crafty supplies. I told them, be warned, I have a lot to bring you, and they said they were game. So I will be bringing them. I've already got a huge stash of stamps put together. I've been going through papers and I'm putting papers together, and then I'll have other embellishments and kits and different things. So I'm really excited. I'm excited to give it to them so they can do something with it and have fun with the kids, or the kiddos, as my friend teacher would always say. And then I'm also excited to make space for things that I love in my own space, right? And I think that that's a huge part of why I needed to go through and do this. And I'm just trying to figure out how the words are going to fit. Okay. That's going to come down here. I might use some of these for layering. I think that could be cute. And then these to finish it off with maybe those kind of tucked in here. And I don't like that this is orange so much, but oh, I think that'll work out right about there. Will we put a flower? I don't know if we will. I might put one of these instead. We're trying to use them. Okay, so that's the plan. I definitely need a string or something like that. I'm going to take this off of here right now because I'm going to play with this after, but I'm going to stop my share. So this is my working out what this is going to look like. But yeah, let's go here. Adonis says I had so much and lots of big trips and they were so appreciative. Yeah, like when you can find somebody that is excited about the stuff and so happy to get their hands on it, then it just really, I could sit there and think, oh my gosh, I spent so much money on those things, but if I'm not using them, does it matter if they sit here? Like that's not helping them be more valuable, right? So letting them go is actually kind of going to do something good with them again and give them back some value. Yeah, so that's really nice, Donna. Okay, so does anybody have something that you have been working on, maybe while we're hanging out, or something that you did recently that you're like, oh, it's so nice, I just have to show someone? Please just take a moment and turn on your microphone so I can see that you want to talk, and then go ahead. I see Sue has her microphone on, so can I bring her up? Do you have your video on, or just want to talk?
I have my video on.
Okay. My settings just have to reset here. There we go.
There's my
Perfect.
did with that stupid laser car. So I have this laser cut car that I bought when my son got his driver's license in 2005. And I was like, oh, back when there were brick and mortar stores, and I was like, oh, this would be so fun for when I do the driver's license page. So now in 2022, I'm finally doing the driver's license page. So I did this, put this laser cut card together today while she was talking, and that was tedious, I'll tell you.
It looks like it has a few pieces.
Uh-huh. But and super old product. This these die cut pages.
Yeah.
And I cut out, fussy cut out. Yeah. But using up stash. Woo!
Yay. Yay. Big round of applause. Using up that stash, working with that stuff. I love it. You bought it for that purpose and you got it used for that purpose. Years later, whatever, doesn't matter, right? It's done. Done is done. We give ourselves a hard time for stuff like that, but done is done.
Yep, that is done.
Yeah, and Vicky says that's really nice too. Yeah, I love it. Lauren said I love it. So anyone else? Donna, I think you've got yours. Let's Donna's iPad. I see audio. Can I add a spotlight?
Okay.
There we
Okay,
go.
this is not a finished page, but this was when you did the washi tape.
Mhm.
Well, I didn't have a bunch of washi tape. So I took this old Mrs. Grossman's and I have this paper ready to make a sun.
That's awesome. I have a page that is almost identical to that. I'm not even kidding.
What's the Mrs. Grossman's? Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I did this, and then I did this using it. I thought, that might be cute for some.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, and then I made this.
Oh, fun.
So I'm working on stuff to my paper to get ready, so I won't have quite as many decisions to make next month.
Which one am I going to use? Not like I have to start and be creative from scratch, right? Yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
Donna's talking about our next load challenge. So that is coming up May 1st, and load has now opened for registration. Scrap Happy members don't have to do anything. You automatically have load, and it is part of what you get. So you don't have to do anything now to get access to load if you're a Scrap Happy member. If you're not a Scrap Happy member and you are interested in checking out a load challenge, we make a layout day. That's the whole load thing. And we'll be starting that May 1st. And it is called Build Your Story. It is all going to be inspired by architecture from around the world. And I'll tell you, like, you might think, what does some building in some other country have to do with me if I've never been there? Trust me, it's all about telling your stories so that you can kind of unlock some of these stories and help get them onto your pages. And it's going to be a ton of fun. In fact, Sue is helping me with some of the prompts, and yeah, it's going to be a great time. So build your story, load 522, because it's in May, so May of 2022, and that starts May 1st. So you have to be registered before May 1st. If you're not a Scrap Happy member. Members, you don't have to do anything. It will just all happen automatically on May the 1st for you. Debbie says, I'm so interested in telling the stories. That's hard for me. That was hard for me too. I did not invent load, but I am so happy to carry the torch of the load challenge because it has helped me unlock my own stories. I make pages about things that I'm so happy to have finally documented because of those challenges. So Sue says, I was working on writing prompts this morning. Yeah, so we're getting close to having that all finished. We're going to be reaching out to Scrap Happy members next week and posting so that they can come and sign up to be featured designers for the challenge, because every day we have a featured designer. So it's people like you and me that make their scrapbook pages. They take the prompt, they get to look at it ahead of time, and they make up some page full of inspiration for us to use during the challenge. And it is just a lot of fun. Seeing the encouragement from everybody, like when you talk about, you share within our group and then you see everybody posting comments and just, giving you that little pat on the back. Sometimes you just need that recognition. Sometimes we don't have that in our regular life. My husband is great. And he's like, good job, Alice. Good job with your scrapbooking. That's nice. And sometimes you just want somebody that really appreciates that. They're like, oh my gosh, you use that Vicky Boone paper. That's fabulous. Like, you just want somebody that gets it. And when we're in there, people really get it. And so I love that. Anyways, let's do some more sharing. France, do you have something to share with us? Let's bring you up on a spotlight. Go ahead.
I'm totally, I don't have the same kit as you got. I'm stamping up.
Yeah.
And I just started doing scrapbooking, but I'm not expert in it. But this one, I got one of my girlfriend is a photographer and she loves her. So that's going to be, I'm hoping to, with the picture and everything else, I'm hoping to build that up just for her. And she loves that. I'm going to put dogs, a couple of dogs here, maybe and a cat, and that's going to be specially made for her.
Oh, I'm so excited that you're starting this and that you're here sharing with us. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm having fun. And then I used the last one, but I opened it up a little bit with the same paper.
That's awesome.
Maybe a gray because I'm on that basic gray.
Yeah.
Something in between. I don't know if I'm gonna do white or for the other three pictures. Like I would like to do like something like that, babe. Kind of like 1, 2, and 3. Put the 3 across like that, but they're gonna be a little bit different because that's an old Stamping Up kit that my girlfriend had, and I just went to Calgary. I'm from Golden. I went to Calgary last weekend and she had a whole bunch of stuff, so I got it from her and I bought it from her. And I'm going, you know what, I always wanted to do booking, but I didn't feel like I had the how do you call it, babe, the knowledge or whatever you want to call it, sorry, I'm French, to build it up, right? So, but I just started with Rose. That was 2 weeks ago, I think. And I'm going, you know what, I got to start making them. I'll make a whole bunch of sheets. And then if people want it for their own pictures or whatever, I'll do it too. So, like it's going to be, I can sell them or whatever. I don't know. But because I don't have that many pictures. I do, but I don't do it much because we don't have places where we can take our digital and put them in. Like I got to go in Calgary or Cranbrook or Invermere, Walmart or whatever and get them done, right? So, but I'm starting just to build up and then see what's going to happen after that. So,
France, I would love to send you a little care package. Can I send you a care package? I'm so excited that you're just starting right now. Like seriously, can I send you something? Would you send me an email with your mailing address?
I will for sure. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. So you just send it to alice@alicebowl.com and I'll send you something. I'll put together something like right away.
Oh, thank you, Alice.
So, alice@alicebowl.com. So I popped it into the chat. I don't know if you can open the chat. You're on a phone or something, so that might be harder. Yeah.
I gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, so do that. I'll send you a little care package because like I said, it's mostly just going to the Boys and Girls Club. I may as well throw some your way and you'll be excited. Like I love it.
Thank you, love.
New scrapbookers, we gotta like help out our buddies, right? So super fun. Well, thank you so much for sharing. I'll let you put yourself on mute. I see Debbie is ready to come up, so let's bring Debbie up on the spotlight. Hello.
Hi guys. I have a couple things that I would like, actually, any comments or suggestions. My church people have found out that I'm doing stuff and I had to do a really fast 2-week notebook to give to my preacher who is getting married next month, and did a scrapbook for her. So I was going hard at it and I couldn't find sequins to decorate like I wanted. So I have gone and ordered a bazillion sequins in bunches, and I'm making it. It's like, I don't need all these. So I'm thinking maybe to play at making little bags of sequins and with all sorts of different things. And like, I've heard people sell these, but I don't know how that works. But what do you think? I mean, are these something that would be of interest? Because it's what I was using. And then
It's so fun.
It was really fun, messy. Woo! Sorry, I yelled. But, and I just didn't know what you guys thought about that. And I have another question too. So, but the other thing is my daycare that's at the church found out. And so they wanted me to make little scrapbooks for all the teachers, 30 in 2 weeks. So I found these on sale at Hobby Lobby, but not all of them were white. So I started painting them. Well, now they're sticking, and I'm just, I was going to put this, it's like a cardboard, thin cardboard. What's that called?
Chipboard.
Chipboard, yeah. And so I tried painting them, and it just really, it goes to the other side and then pulls off, you know, and some of them were dark and some of them were white. And I'm just curious at how anybody else might approach doing that. So I actually just have 2 questions, but that's what I've been doing.
Well,
Maybe
the
cover 'em
first
with
question,
paper.
go ahead, April.
Maybe cover them with paper. 'Cause
Yeah, that's what I would do too. I'd cover mine with paper. I don't paint.
That's what I think, since you're having the sticking problem.
Agreed. Paper, cover them with paper.
Thank you. They're not paying for them. And I'm looking at my papers, and I have Vicky Booten and all these things. And I'm going, those are $2 each page. So it's kind of like, ooh.
Use up
I
the
think
that you
you-
want to have.
Yeah. You got to go into your stash, your older stash, the stuff that you've fallen out of love with. You loved it at one time, but you just don't love it anymore. You look at it and you're like, oh, I bought this paper pack and I have only pulled 2 sheets of paper out of it. Go to that paper pack and use like
Yes.
that, right? And if there's a pattern in that paper pack that you love, pull that out so that you can use that for your own stuff, but like use up that paper pad so that it's something that you're not feeling like it's not bad product. If you paid money for it, it's not bad product, right? Like it's good stuff, and it's going to be generous of you, but it's also going to help get something out of your stash that rather than hold on to it where it's not valuable because you're not using it, you're going to give it new value.
Or if you have those $4 kits, like from Hobby Lobby, those $4 page kits, those are perfect for making mini books. You just cut them up, and they have all the embellishments in them. They're page kits. They used to be $4. They're probably $10 now. I don't know, but it's cheaper than buying $2 paper from Vicky Booten. You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally agree with Alice. And don't feel guilty like, oh, I'm giving them the ugly paper, because it's all cute. It's just not your favorite anymore. It's okay to they're going to look at it and go, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful.
I hope. Thank you.
Debbie, are you getting anyone to help you?
I have asked, and I'm just in charge of this whole teacher appreciation thing. So I've got people donating meat, and I'm going to be cooking it all. And I've got people bringing food, and I'm doing the gifts too. But I'm in charge.
Does not mean doing it all. You know that means like the head delegator, not the head doer.
And I've tried delegating, and a lot of people aren't really liking it. So,
Could you invite a couple of people over to your house to help you put these little books together? If you make the main design, and then you just, this is what I do for my school. If I do something for the kids, then I invite the parents. So
great idea.
If it's for the parents, maybe, or if it's for the teachers, maybe invite the parents, because
Thank you.
You make one book and then everybody else, you sort of have them do a little production line.
Yeah,
Great idea.
They can glue everything down after you tell them what it's going to look like. Yeah.
Oh, I would love to be there.
Yeah, I used to do scrapbook classes at my church retreats for the ladies, and I just find out who's crafty and invite them over to my house, and we would just so assembly line, put you do this, you do that, and bam, they were done. Yeah.
Excellent. I'm going to do that. Thank you.
I would
See,
love
this is
to
why we crowdsource, right?
Is everybody in Calgary or where are you living?
In the United States, in
Oh,
South Carolina,
Where in
Oh,
South Carolina? Where in
near
South?
Clemson.
no.
I live
near
right
Clemson.
outside of Greensboro, North Carolina.
Oh, I don't know how far that is.
I'm in Houston, Texas.
Well,
Nice.
Yeah, we are all over the place, and it's one of the amazing things that we can all get together. Barb had a comment in the chat. She said, saying no is a gift that you give yourself, especially when it comes to scrapping for non-crafters. They have no idea the time
Exactly.
or expense, and yes to using up less loved supplies. So she's on board with using your less loved stuff. So.
Yeah, this is the first 2 times anybody at church has asked me to do this. I've just been on committees giving suggestions. So I just kind of got put this on, and the girl who was in charge kind of got sick. And so now my biggest helper's not able to help.
oh,
Well, you have opened the door, so if they come out really well, you better get ready.
And you have to learn to ask for help. And
Yeah.
it's the hardest thing to do. I've had MS for 25 years, and it is so hard when you need help with something to ask.
And Daniela says, once they know, you're in it for sure. Isn't that the truth?
And the only way you can get out of it is make them fans of crafting yourself, so that they then start doing stuff and you have a group of people who do things together.
Thank you.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, hopefully, Debbie, that gave you some ideas on how to move forward. I think covering those is going to be your best bet. Like, I've had that same issue with the paint where it pulls off of the chipboard and it's just like, no, now what? Covering it. And even then, like you're gonna need some like good, like probably a liquid glue to kind of stick that paper down, but like not too thick, because then it just gets like warpy on your paper. So yeah.
Or the Suquane or the red line tape too. You can use that. That stays really well.
Yeah.
The sequins, use it in those books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, make shaker elements.
I'm not good at that. I need some classes on that. I have usually foam sticking out here and leaks there.
So here's my best trick for shakers. Do you have one of those? Oh shoot, what is the roller fuse tool? Did you get one of the fuse tools when they released the fuse tool? Oh, she doesn't know about the fuse tool. I feel like
I don't know what it is.
So it's a tool that came out, and it looks like a little pokey wheel, kind of what you might see in some sewers have I don't know what they even use the pokey wheel for. So some sewer would have to tell me, but it's a heat tool.
Here. Do you want me to show
Yeah,
you?
it's a heat tool, and you roll it across plastic things, and it's, oh yeah, Sonia has it up. Let's put her on a picture. There we go. So this tool with the little pokey wheels, it plugs into like power. The tip gets hot, and when you roll it across plastic, it turns into like, it seals it like a pocket. And yeah, I know, I see Debbie's eyes. Thank you, Sonia. And so what you do with that is, what I did with it is take little plastic pockets, make the pockets, put the sequins, zip it closed with the fuse tool. And for me, that is like 99% of the pockets and shakers that I have made use that. And whether it's like one of the pockets from the, I get the ones that have the little thing from Close to My Heart, the flip-flaps. I get their flip-flaps. I've used it with those. I've used it with old bits of page protector. Page protectors are great. Like they're really designed to kind of like close up a page protector, that kind of plastic. So that kind of soft, flexible kind of plastic, right? So yeah, they work wonderful with that. And if you look through my Project Life kind of albums with the pockets, there's a shaker here and there's a shaker here and there's a shaker here, because I would just zip a pocket closed and then both sides of it have a nice shaker. And sequins are perfect for that. So, well, Alice is selling you stuff. I'm sorry, I was trying so hard, right? Like, but I couldn't help it. Like, that's honestly for me the best way to do shakers without having to mess around with them, right? It's the messing around with shakers but the fuse tool, it was a Becky Higgins tool. I'm actually not sure where you find them now. They came out from a couple, like there was a couple different
maybe.
We Are Memory Keepers, maybe. Yeah. We Are.
Looking on mine.
Oh yeah, April's got one out too. So yeah, they were popular, but one of the things that happened with the fuse tool is that lots of people that bought them didn't take them out of the box. They didn't ever use them, but they are super handy for things. If you've ever used a page protector and had pictures kind of falling out, like especially if you're using a pocket page and your pictures are falling out and you're like, hey, just a little tiny zip to kind of seal that closed and then your stuff's not flying out of there. That's, yeah, it's super handy just to have to pull out once in a while. But yeah, for shakers, and then that's how I did them for cards too. I would just make the little pocket and like cover that up with like a card front that has a hole in it, and ta-da, I have a shaker. Now, does it have as much space as some shakers where you're creating with the foam? No. Did I care? No, because I did it a million times easier. so that was yeah. That's just my thought on shakers. Easy is better.
The fuse tool is one of the tools that I really resisted, and I'm glad because I don't like pocket pages, so I don't think I would have used it a lot. I probably would have been one of the people who still have it in the box still after years. But what I use is for shakers, I use foam stripes, not the little dots, because stripes easy. You can cover up a larger area fairly easily.
Like either the pages that have the strips, or you need the roll like this, and for doing that, I think. And if you make shakers that aren't round, like a square, it's a lot easier than making a round shaker. Just saying.
But your sequence, I mean, in the back, your foam can still be square, even if your cutout is round.
Yeah. So yeah, like make your life easier. I've done enough of that little piecing, trying to put little pieces around awful shapes, and sometimes it's just not worth it. So Mary says, I think the fuse is from We Are Memory Keepers. Yeah, there we go. And hearts are horrific, says Debbie. Exactly, hearts are terrible. But what I would do is I would do them like a square, and then I would just do two little offshoots that are that shape to kind of keep the stuff where you want it. So
Catherine Pooler, it's not a Catherine Pooler product, but they have it in their shop. They are little foam strips that are like 1/8 of an inch thick, and you can just form it to any shape and stick it down. And you can tear them with your fingers. You don't have to use scissors. Those are really easy too.
So all of the things, you guys, this has been an amazing day. I have had the best time hanging out with everybody. It is time for me to wrap this up today. We will be back next month for another Scrapbook Live. If you are a Scrap Happy member, it will be added automatically to our calendar page, and that will be announced. If you're not a Scrap Happy member and you're interested in attending this next month, you have to be signed up for my emails, and those are at scraphappy.org/subscribe. So just watch so that you don't unsubscribe. I don't send you that many emails, so it's not like it's an overwhelming amount that you get. You can also look for the free calendar because when I add the date to the calendar, there is a free calendar that I have for all of my free events as well. So if you go to the Scrap Happy website, up in the menu, you can look for free events, and then there is a way for you to go and check the calendar, and you can even follow the Google Calendar just by adding it to your own Google Calendar if you use Google, and that way it will automatically show up on your calendar for you. So, and I'll be back on Monday, says Donna. That's right. The Happy at Home is every weekday. So you barely have any time without me. I will be back on Monday. We're going to be talking about watercoloring backgrounds. We're going to watercolor backgrounds. The events, all of the Happy at Home events are at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern time. So 2 Mountain Time where I live. It's 2 p.m. Not in the morning because Alice is not the greatest morning person, just so you know. But yeah, this has been so much fun. If you're interested in getting one of the kits that I used today from the ScrapRoom, the Flavors of the Month kit, or the add-on embellishment kit that you can also get with it. There are other things you can get, extra cardstock. You can get the double shot kits. Then please go to the ScrapRoom, which is at scrap-room.com, and they will get you all hooked up with a kit. You can just buy one, or you could sign up for having a kit sent to you every month. I will say, like, shipping and exchange rates to Canada, if you're in Canada, that does add up. But for myself, it actually keeps me from having to buy as many things as I might think that I want. So while I might pay more with exchange and shipping for those kits, it actually is really great for me because I'm actually still saving money, which is almost embarrassing to say out loud. But I really do love their kits. You can see how well they're put together with enough products for you to make a couple of pages, and pages that you are really going to like. Daniela says it's 10 p.m. for her, 3 p.m. Central. That's right. All of the times for the Happy at Home sessions. And those happen on the Scrap Happy YouTube channel. So that is it for now, and I will be back next month for our next session. You can find the replay of this in the Scrapbook Live replays on my YouTube channel, and I hope you'll check out the other things that are there as well. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a fabulous day. Happy scrapping, everyone. Bye.